Let's learn 4 meanings of the noun position. 1. Position refers to where a person or thing is, their location. The singer took a central position on the stage. 2. Position can refer to how a thing or person is placed, or to talk about the way a person's body is placed. When I first tried yoga, some of the positions were very uncomfortable. 3. Position can also mean situation. It's often used when talking about a situation which either limits or increases someone's opportunity to do something. The company is in a difficult position after their latest product received terrible reviews. 4. Position can be used to talk about a person's job or rank they hold. She holds a managerial position in the team.
Pretty is a pretty useful word. As an adjective, it means attractive, especially when talking about girls or women. Margot always tells her daughter that she's pretty. We can also use pretty to talk about things that are pleasant to look at in a delicate or charming way. Again, this is often connected to females, but it doesn't have to be. It can describe something like a view. There's a very pretty view at the top of that hill. As an adverb, pretty can be an informal way of saying quite or rather. The house was built recently. It's pretty new. And it can be used to give emphasis. We went to bed at 2 a.m., so we were pretty tired. Finally, if you see pretty with the words much or well, it means almost. I think we've mentioned pretty well everything, so I guess we're pretty much finished. Subject can be a noun, verb, and adjective. Let's start with the noun. In grammar, the subject is the person or thing that does the action. George is the subject of the sentence, George baked a cake. At school, college, or university, a subject is something you study. My favorite subject at school was music. A subject can also be the topic that is discussed or studied. She has written many books on the subject of sleep. As a verb, to subject someone to something means to make them experience it. It's usually something unpleasant. She subjected us to her terrible singing. As an adjective, to be subject to something means to be affected by it. These lessons are subject to a time limit.
Let's learn field. As a noun, it's often a place covered in grass with a fence or line around it. A field might be for animals and crops or for playing sports on. The sheep are in this field. There are 22 players on the field. A field can be the area or subject that someone works in. She's one of the experts in her field. Field is also a verb. If you field a ball in cricket or baseball, you catch it and throw it to where it should be. At work, people field questions or calls. It's similar. You're dealing with a problem. She's so good at fielding the ball. I've been fielding calls from angry customers all day. So, a field is a place for animals, crops, or sports, the area you work in, and it's a verb for dealing with problems. Let's learn kind. It's very common to use kind as an adjective. Kind describes someone who's caring and helpful, and it can also describe the actions that make them that way. He always helps me. He's really kind. That's such a kind gesture. We also use this word as a noun to say what group something is in. Tigers are a kind of cat. Be careful. We can use kind of to suggest that something is only just that type of thing. This colour, it's kind of blue, kind of green, somewhere in the middle. Okay, It's kind of complicated, but we use kind as an adjective for good acts and good people, and we use it as a noun to talk about categories of things.
This is used to show what we are referring to. It could be a person, object, or idea. This is my friend Jane. She's a surfer. This is the book I recommended to you yesterday. We use this when the thing we're talking about is very close to us, not far away. I bought this jumper last month. This is a microphone. I wear it so you can hear me. This also goes before words like afternoon, week, and year to refer to the present time. I was so tired this morning, I couldn't wake up. I'm meeting 2 friends for dinner this week. Finally, we use this when we want to show the degree or level of something. My sister is about this tall. I'm starving. I've never been this hungry. Why don't you share this video with a friend? This is my head. On our head, we have our eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. She always tilts her head when she's thinking. I hit my head and now it hurts. We also use head as a noun to refer to our mind and how we think. I can't get that song out of my head. Gemma has a good head for numbers. As an adjective or noun, we can use head to mean leading or being in charge of something. My sister is the head chef of a restaurant. My brother is head of English at a school. In some phrasal verbs, head means to leave or go in a particular direction. I'm going to head off soon. The lesson has almost finished. And after this lesson, why not head over to our other videos? They're great.
Let's learn for. For is usually a preposition, and one meaning is to talk about purpose and intention. We use for to talk about the intended use of something or the person intended to receive something. This pen is for writing. This present is for you. For can be used to talk about who you are helping or representing. Yes, for you, I'll do anything. I play for my team every week. We can use for with measurements like time, distance, or price. This road goes on for miles. This video only lasts for 1 minute. Like most prepositions, for has many meanings. For more, keep watching our videos. We think it's the best place for learning English. Let's learn great. We use it as an adjective to talk about something being very big, very important, or very good. We've seen great improvement in the last 10 years. This is just a great video. We can use it with adjectives, particularly those related to large quantities or sizes to emphasize them. I just caught a great big fish. Sometimes we use it as a noun to talk about the people or things that we think are particularly important or successful. As a singer, she's one of the greats. He's one of the all-time greats of basketball. The word great is used in different ways to talk about large, important, or good things. It's a great word to know.
You know what it means, but do you know how what can be used? Let's take a look. What can be used in questions to ask for information? What time do you usually wake up? We can also use what in questions to show that we are surprised. What? You wake up at noon? We can use what on its own to ask someone to say something again.
I don't like chocolate.
What?
I don't really like chocolate.
When not in a question, what can introduce something you're going to say. You'll never guess what. Phil doesn't like chocolate. What can introduce an opinion. What a cute puppy. And what also means that which. What I love most about him are his ears.